teams in this conference, the Houston Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Give to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Guys, let's just think for a second about Kansas State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. They go to the ground. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover. Manning was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Out of the gun. The inside handoff. Looking for a crease. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Here's the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Kansas State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Edwards. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athlete.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
He'll take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Johnson looking to throw. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Brown. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on fourth down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking for room. It's Edwards. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Got the first down and more. Lots of running room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Wildcats have their offense in high gear. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Kansas State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The lone back's got it. Oh, he's got some space. The ball's free. And this fumble will score it out of bounds.
Fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Tight end now in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Creates a little room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Just a short pass to the tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to set up the screen. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Grab behind the line, it's Thomas. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to buy time. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They want to run it left here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kansas stay quick to the line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Going up top. He's got it on the outside. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Johnson looking to throw. Turns it loose. He's got an open man. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Working that left side now. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Wegman. Grabbed in the middle, it's Connors. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Back to pass on second down. Gonna let it fly, and that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Wildcats! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kansas State.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Broussard. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
From the gun. Give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop. Sometimes you're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Johnson wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. At the 35, he's loose. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Rushes on him. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. First play of the drive wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Connors. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First First down, 10 yards to go. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Broussard. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great fielding. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Buys a little time. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Johnson wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
It's reverse. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game. And one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Connors. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Caught over the middle. It's Broussard. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Broussard. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
After that last completion, it's second down. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking for space. It's Edwards. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. This quarterback part of their running game. There he goes. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
To the ground with him back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Edwards. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback keeps it. They stop him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. 27 seconds to go. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. Got a little room. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from passing it. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been
fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. They won the game today.